Hi, it's Marty Cesario for Mountain TV with Sportswomen of Colorado. And for this segment, it's Jen with Jenny again. This time, these two studs are sharing about the lifetime impact of sports and specifically referencing an experience trying to summit the highest peak in North America. Jennifer Anderson Ehrlich is the executive director of Sportswomen of Colorado. She's a former NCAA basketball athlete with MSU Denver and Southeast Missouri State. Jenny Ray is also a member of the Sportswomen team. She is an attorney practicing family law and sports law. Ray is active in mountain sports and fly fishing. She has working experience in the athletics department at the University of Tennessee. Ray was a track and field athlete during her high school career. So here we go. It's Jen with Jenny.
Jenny, you shared a story with me about being a mountaineer, and you were climbing Mount Denali.
Yes.
And I love when I hear these unique stories. You did not make it.
No.
You ended up in a tent at the base camp, maybe?
So no, it's kind of the higher base camp. So
Okay.
Denali starts at, you have to fly in we flew in from Talkeetna, and we did the West Buttress route. And so we flew in and, immediately, I'm I mean, it's immediate, it's just wild because there's glaciers everywhere. You have to, anytime you walk anywhere, you have to be, roped up because you could just walk into a crevasse. And so you fly in at 7,000, and then you basically have to climb the mountain twice because we were on the mountain for 25 days. But so you have to climb to this one spot, cache your food, and then climb back down. And so that way you're acclimatizing and kind of just doing this double climbing the mountain. And so I actually, we get to our advanced base camp at 14,200 foot camp. And so we're there, and, by that time I'm just tired of all the food we had packed. And there was a gentleman there, and they were on their way down, and he's like, have this sausage. And so of course I did. And then the sausage was, had been on the mountain for a while. So
25 days.
Yeah, exactly. So I had stayed at 14,000 foot camp while my husband and the rest of our we had two other gentlemen in our group, and they went to advanced camp, which is at 17,200 feet. And once they got there, blizzard moving, it basically a horrible storm, and it just socked in right there. So they were at 17.2 and I was at 14.2, and for 8 days. So
8 days
by myself in a tent where basically the tent wall is smashed on my face because of the snow that was coming down.
So by yourself, did you have a guide there?
No, just by myself.
Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did that teach you? How does that tie to sports? I love
It's true.
what sports teaches us. What did that teach you?
It's
Because
1,000%.
I say sports has taught me everything.
100%. 100%.
What did that teach you? You're stuck in a tent for 8 days by yourself, 14,000 some feet, Mount Denali. I mean, your mind could probably go some pretty dark places. I'm guessing you didn't have cell service.
No,
I'm guessing you were disconnected from your husband.
Yeah,
you're disconnected from your husband.
Yeah.
How did sports get you through that?
Focus. I mean, my immediate word is focus, because I think the thing with sports is that, when you're competing, you zero. It's such a wonderful kind of experience. You zero in. I just remember this. I just remember becoming so focused and knowing what my goal, my objective was. And, you just become laser focused in on that goal. And basically every part of your body just wants to advance to that goal. And so and that's, that's for me running, back in the day in high school, it's you just become so laser focused. And that was what got me through. It was literally okay, one foot in front of the other. I'm going to get out, and I'm going to somehow put on enough clothes in this negative 40-degree weather. And I'm going to, shovel all this snow off my tent. And it just life becomes so simple, which I think is back to that sports too, right? You just I need to fuel my body. I need to put water in my body, and I need to make sure that I'm getting enough sleep. And so, and those were the pieces that I pulled on from my competitive, like, athletic days, you know? And so that's really what got me through.
Wow. I would have been spiraling. I would have been thinking about Gary Paulson's book, Hatchet.
Well,
and the movie Alive, where
totally.
the soccer team, ditches in Paraguay. I don't know. Yeah. My sports background, I like to think that I'd make it through, but I'm not so sure, Jenny.
You would. I think, like, it helps so much, because like I said, you're like, okay, well, I've got this. And it's literally just all those little pieces, like, even like the scariest game, like the big, the state championship game, or, the March Madness, whatever you're going through, like, okay, I've got this. Like,
also, and it translates over professionally, probably into the courtroom as well.
Absolutely.
Or the advocacy that you do for your athletes.
100%.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I told you all that I reeled a fish in that was 20-pound king salmon yesterday. And I realized that fishing is actually a sport, because I was sweating bullets and dropping some adult language in front of my kids. And so as I'm on Mountain TV, we accept nominations for female athletes all around, year round. If there are any anglers out there that are setting world records, fishing is definitely a sport. My arms are super sore today, and it opened up my eyes. All right, Jenny, in closing, it was so good to bring you on. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you all for everything you do.
Sportswomen of Colorado. They've been telling these stories for over 50 years.
And we're just catching up.